All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Wab Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord, willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Waharakakadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the one-third men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah by their faith. As we continue to see the oppression of our people, as I ain't gonna say his name because they probably putting algorithms on now, but DT, the president, is showing you that you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans are always gonna be oppressed in his eyes, man. As they make a way for the South African Edomites to make it over here to Babylon the Great, they want to take out the so-called immigrants, not well in a sense immigrants, but also basically the northern tribes, man, the Hispanic tribes, man. Um, Even if you went to the military, all these things you did for Babylon the Great, they're basically showing you that they never cared about you, man, and they continually wants to oppress you, as they're gonna send these people off and put these the northern tribe in prison in jail off the assumption of them being connected to a gang or something, but they sending these people over here knowing that they are outright racist, man. And see, this is the hatred that the Edomites have toward the tribes, and it's going to continue to stay that way until this man is taken out of the way. So let's get right into this lesson and hear some scriptures. Now, I don't put it up and I don't want to play. Let me see if I can go back and find it. And let's get into it now.
Most of us learned a distorted history of slavery in school. So as white Americans, most of us don't realize our connection to it. Here's a quick rundown of historical facts I had not been taught. That the North was deeply implicated, that slavery was legal in northern states for over 200 years, that Northerners up and down the economic spectrum made their livings in businesses tied to slave trade and slavery, that Northern mills processed cotton harvested by enslaved people. The Midwest and the West were implicated. They grew food to feed the South, where land was devoted to cash crops like cotton, harvested by the enslaved. Consumers throughout the country were implicated in their everyday purchases of clothing, coffee, sugar, rice, tobacco. People who immigrated from Europe after slavery were implicated. I have Irish, French, and German immigrant ancestors who came to the United States in the 19th century, worked in factories, struggled, but they were given access to the American dream. Why were waves of immigrants flocking here? Because it was the land of opportunity. Why was the economy booming? Why were there jobs? Because it had been built largely on unpaid labor. Once here, European immigrants got to systematically leapfrog over black families with devastating consequences up to the present day. So slavery built the nation.
And that's the history that Esau wants you to forget, and he wants his children to never know. Now he's going to give these South Africans opportunity to come over and live for free, get government assistance, and pretty much be taken care of. But the history that is always been here is that he raped, robbed, and murdered one nation of people, and they never got the benefit in the land of their oppressor. Now Esau is gonna have to pay for this, man. And it's a history that he wants to cover up. But the Lord remembers, man. And that's why the DIE and all these civil rights that they gave to you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, they want to take back, man. They want to take it all back. So it seems like you was never oppressed, you was never persecuted or being mistreated here. Now, this is Great Britain. This is the mother of Babylon the Great. And it started all from them. And they want to erase a history that they've committed, man. And it won't be erased, man. They will have to answer for their ancestors, man.
We now have a generation that believes everything we did by colonizing. Yes, it is true. They think everything about colonization was wrong. It wasn't. There were some terrible things, and there were some good things to come out of it. And that is about properly acknowledging your past.
Education.
Yes, completely.
Sanitation.
Transport.
Yeah. There was so much that we brought to communities. But that is.
But you see, you're typical of what we're talking about.
No, I'm saying that colonization, the empire was wrong. It was wrong, full stop. That's, the things that Britain might have done.
But that's very much through your modern sensibilities, you might say that, because we wouldn't now routinely go into other countries.
It was a profoundly racist set of basically invasions of other people, where we subjugated people to our rule and sort of made them work for us. It was completely
made their countries work.
Could imagine yourself in the shoes of a 13-year-old boy hearing you say that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. What do they then? How do they then carry that through life? In terms of who I am as a Brit.
It's not about racist ancestors.
Say it, but I'm saying that we hear much more of that than we do about the benefits of that period of time.
Well, because I don't think there were benefits. I think that we have to be completely.
I
don't think there were.
There were benefits to
a lot of those countries did not, Jonathan, those countries,
it absolutely does.
Those countries did not have money. They did not have the creativity. They did not have people in positions of power
of course they had
to do this.
No, they didn't. Countries. They just didn't live like Britain did. It doesn't make it worse. It just makes it different.
So it's okay to live without education, and it's okay to live without a transportation system, is it?
They did have education. It just wasn't our education system. They had language. It wasn't our language.
This cultural
medicine we brought to
what we have.
Yes.
I don't know why we're
even.
And see how they try to make it seem like that we, the so-called blacks, Hispanic and Native Americans as well, seem like that we needed them when we had a culture way more successful than theirs ever has been. And they wanted to make it seem like that we benefited from them colonizing the countries, man, the nations. And the hatred is still lived on to this very day because they will never admit that they was wrong for what they've done, man. That's why they have to pay back for their sins of their forefathers, which they are their forefathers coming back. And it'll never be peace between Jacob and Esau, man. The Lord put enmity between the seeds, man. And this is what Christianity won't ever teach you, that it was meant for the blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans to be against the whites, the Edomites, other nations, man. It's just a natural hatred, man. And that's the Lord's will for it to be that way. Now, this is, as you see, white residents react to a black family moving into an all-white Livingtown, PA in 1957. But the oppression has always been on us, man. As you see, for decades, black families paid full taxes, but their children were barred from the white schools those taxes funded. So we basically paid the taxes on places that we weren't able to benefit from, and we weren't able to use. They said many black communities had to raise money to build their own schools by hand while still funding white-only education. And we had to, as they say, we had to pull our shoes up by the bootstrap, or however the slogan goes. We did. And we always were successful in doing this, man. And to Esau, he didn't want to see us prosper, man. That's why he made whites only, man, which it benefited us when it was segregated. Now, I'm going to just play just a second of this And you're going to see the hatred that these people have embedded in their minds, man. And this hasn't changed, man, from generation to generation.
Town?
Yes, I heard about it.
What was your reaction?
Dynamite. Dynamite.
What have you done about it?
Well, I guess we just discussed it.
How do you feel about the Myers moving in?
Well, I'm very definitely against it.
Before coming to Levittown, did you have any contact with Negroes?
Well, when I came from a small town where we didn't have any colored people, and at that time I had no feelings either way. But while we were waiting for our house to be built, we lived in Trenton for 9 months. And, that was my first contact with them, both in work and going through colored sections to work. And I was very happy I was moving into an all-white community.
Have you ever discussed the Myers at home with your children?
Never before in our house was anything mentioned, pro or con, about colored people, because I feel that they have to be in contact with them to a certain extent, and why should their minds be prejudiced? But since they have moved here, they have heard remarks, and, well, I'm afraid that they are going to dislike the idea. There were colored children in the school my son attended last year for the first time, and he often came home and said there had been trouble between them during the day at school.
It becomes convenient to exaggerate one's own fears and to help a neighbor increase hers.
My boy, he likes sports, and he used to go down there every Saturday with a few of the boys from the neighborhood. And there was an argument that occurred, something real silly. My boy and the colored boy got in an argument. Well, from that time on, for the whole remainder of the summer, the boy was afraid to get down there because the colored boys got a gang together. And every time they would get near my Jimmy, they would beat the devil out of him. I went to the school and everything about it.
It went by so fast, I didn't even stop it. But see how the rhetoric they used then, and they still use the same rhetoric now, man. How they paint the picture of Jake being the one that's disruptive and the one that's hated, and to the point where Jake won't even want to be around Jake, man. But you see the tides is turning, man. As you're going to see this cop in his elevator with these 3 other police officers, he wouldn't leave him, man. Because he knows this man is the devil, man. And his time is changing, man. The times are changing, and his kingdom is finna fall.
Black officer refuses to leave Rodney Hinton alone in elevator with 3 white officers.
And there's a song that was, but he wouldn't leave him, man. There's a song that was copywritten, so I ain't gonna play that. But you see the stance, and you know through the spirit a great battle is finna happen between Jake and Esau. Jacob and Esau. And it's just the tensions are building. They're finna bring these racist South Africans over here, so you know the tensions are gonna be built up, man. A lot of videos going into it, man. I'm gonna do another lesson, Lord willing, on that, man. How the tensions of the races are finna come to pass, man. A race war, man. It's all biblical prophecy. This is written in the scriptures, man. This is Ecclesiastes 7 in verse 7. It says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." And Esau has benefit on our oppression for many years, man. And Jake hasn't shown that he's fed up with it until now. And you seeing that the Lord is putting a spirit on Jake to rouse up, man. He's put a spirit on Jake to rouse him up. Because Esau is finna go down, man. The prophecies are coming to pass, and we're seeing the tensions in the earth, man. It's very heavy right now. This is Psalm 73 in verse 1. It's a Psalm of Asaph. "Truly power is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped. But I was envious of the foolish, at the foolish, when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. And see, Esau has been prospering all this time, man. Having everything we desired, he had it. And what we had, he took. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. And they had this power for many, many decades, man. And they took everybody's land, they took everybody's goods, their minerals, and everything, man. I ain't gonna even name everything they took. They colonized the whole globe, man, changing the people's name, changing the people's land, moving people out of their land and taking over it. Shit, even where they took your nationality and claimed to be you. This man has oppressed every nation on earth. But the point is, what he done to the children of Israel, that's where he fucked up at. And this is where his judgment is coming from, for what he did to the apple of the Lord's eye. It says, they are not in trouble as other men. And see, they haven't been in trouble as other men, because they have military might. They have had the earth. The Lord has given them the earth, man. Job 9:24. They was given the earth, man. Their military might, their money. They have been given everything, man. This is their blessing, man. They was able to rule for a short period of time. He says, they are not in trouble like as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. See that? It's not been broken, so they feel like they can do whatever they want in the earth. And DT is a perfect example of their pride, man. Their pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. And that's all they have done in the earth, is commit violence, man. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. And that's it, man. They have more than a heart could wish. They have everybody under their feet. But they're soon to fall and be under the children of Israel, man. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. And see, they think that since we've so-called came out of slavery, that everything should be okay. Everything's even now. But they never restored us, man. They never gave us our land back. They never gave us our nationality back, man. They didn't give us no reparations from being in slavery. They gave us nothing, man. If anything, they took more from us after we was basically came out of slavery, man. And they feel like we should say it's fine now. The chart is erased. But that's what's soon to happen to them, man. When they're wiped out, their riches wiped out, their military might wiped out, we're going to see how they fare. We're going to see how they cope with having nothing and being in slavery. We're going to see how that pans out for them, man. He says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. See that? They don't think you are oppressed. Even though you go to try to benefit any type of way, you try to get a loan or start a business or anything like that, they always try to find a way to bring you down, man. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. And that's what they've done, man. They speak against the Lord, man. By telling us, even as we claiming to be who we are as a nation, a nationality again, they said that we're wrong, man. This is a cult. This is a hate group. You know what I'm saying? And not letting us be who we are as a nation of people, man. They speak against the heavens, man. He says, therefore, his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out of them, And this is what's finna happen to them, man. They're finna be destroyed off the face of the earth ultimately, but they're gonna be judged first, man. And their sins have reached the heavens. And the punishment is on its way. This is Micah 2 and verse 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. See that? They're always trying to find a way to destroy you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. They make drugs designed to destroy you, man. To the point now they're trying to find a way to rewrite your DNA and give you it's so much they do, man. It's all in their hands, man. They have the power right now. It says when the morning is light, they practice it. See that? When they wake up, they do the wickedness against you blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man. But Jake just want to be in peace. But they find ways to combat you, man. I'm gonna find a way. Shit, even like just the simple as like sports. We've seen what happens to people that been in the NBA, NFL, or whatever. They get rich, and shit. They won't have their riches not even 2 to 3 years after they leave the NFL, man. And some of them do, but I'm speaking of Jake. But some of them do, but majority, man, don't. They go in the NBA, they find a way to break them, man. Even in the music industry, they find a way to break Jake, man. This is what they've always done, man. To make it where they can't benefit no one in their community, man. No one that looks like them. They make it where they can't benefit. They can't put a bank up. They can't even put a damn park up in your neighborhood, man. But they want the low level Jakes to be envious of the ones that they set up, man. To make you want, rob, and kill to get what you see these celebrities have, man. That's oppression. It says, and they covet fields and take them by force. It's like take it by violence, and that's what they've done, man. Now this guy in Africa, I'm going in every detail of the scripture, but the thing in the guy from Burkina Faso, he kicked France out of his nation, man, because he's seen what they was doing, man. Taking all his minerals. Now that Babylon wants to come against him because he was benefiting his people, man, getting them jobs and giving them a way to benefit from their own material of their own country, man. Now they're trying to make it seem like Tohore. I want to say his name is Burkina Faso. Y'all know I can't pronounce his name, but anyway. The thing is that as soon as somebody try to, get their feet up under them, they try to knock them down, man. You see, that's why that the Tohore is going to Russia and China, and they're sending military to support him, man, because the West is trying to come against him. This is oppression, man, and they still stuck to the same playbook to this very day, man. Verse 2 again, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and a house and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. See, we can't even say we are Israelites, man, because they consider you a hate group, man. Even our own people say you a hate group. You only believe that the Lord is dealing with the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Well, that's what the Bible says, man. Therefore, thus say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go hauntedly, for the time is evil. And we're coming into those evil times, man. And Esau's power is dwindling among the nations. And that's why they're trying to make all these moves to bring different nations in. They taking one nation out to bring another hateful and racist nation in to create chaos here, man. While they're updating their bunkers and different things like that, because they know their time is short, man. This is Proverbs 22. In 22 it says, Rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in thy gate. It's like in the gate. And that's what Esau has done. In his gate, he has afflicted the poor, man. For Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua will plead their cause. See that? The Lord is going to plead our cause for what you've done to us, man. And spoil the souls of those that spoiled them. See that? Esau's going to be spoiled, man. Because of what he did to the children of Israel, man. He's going to be spoiled for that, man. He's got a great judgment coming to him for that. A great judgment. This is Ecclesiastes Sirach. Let me get to it. Ecclesiasticus Sirach 4. And I'm going to start at verse 1. It says, my son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not an hungry soul sorrowful. This is describing Esau, everything he's done, man. Neither provoke a man in his distress. And that's what he does, man. This is describing him to the T. He says, add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. And see, he's never done that, man. He's never given to us in need. He said, reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Turn not away thy eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. And this you're not supposed to do this, man. You're not supposed to have that hatred eye toward, especially the children of Israel, man. And you know what I'm saying? I know you sound like we biased, but that's the truth, man. These scriptures are written to the children of Israel, man. It's written about other nations, but it's to the children of Israel, man. It says, for if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. See that our prayers are going to be heard from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man. Give thyself the love of the congregation, and bow thy head to a great man. Let it not grieve thee to bow down thy ear to the poor, and give him a friendly answer with meekness. Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor. See that? Deliver him that suffereth wrong from the hand of the oppressor. So we know that's what's going to happen, man. And be not fright-hearted when thou sittest in judgment. And see, 2/3 of our people don't understand that we have enemies, man. The oppressor is even oppressing them, man. Christianity is oppression, man. Having to have a 50c3 charter where you can't teach the whole truth of the Bible. You go to these seminary schools, you have to be in a seminary school to even teach the Bible, man. In the church. See, this is oppression, man. That you have to teach this this friendly doctrine of the world to even have a church, man. To make money. And that's why a lot of our people are going to be judged, man. For believing in what they've been teaching is from the Lord, man. This is Psalms 103. Because a lot of our people are being led to the slaughter by these churches, man. This is Psalms 103 and verse 6. It says, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua executeth righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. Let me read that one more time. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua executed righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. And that's what's going to happen to our enemies, man. They oppressed us, and the Lord is going to judge them for what they've done to the children of Israel, man. There's no sidestepping these scriptures. It is written for a purpose, man. And the purpose is going to be fulfilled. This is Proverbs 3. And drop down to verse 30. It says, strive not with a man without cause. If he have done thee no harm, envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways. For the forward is an abomination to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, but his secret is with the righteous. The curse of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is in the house of the wicked, and that's plain, man. But he blesseth the habitation of the just. And so we're going to be blessed, man. And judgment is coming upon our enemies, man, our oppressor. And there's so many scriptures I could have got to go into this lesson, man. I just wanted, I guess the Spirit has had me lead me in this direction with the scriptures. This is Psalms 10 in verse 16. It says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is a king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. That's what's soon to happen, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, thou hast heard the desires of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thy ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. And see, Esau is going to be taken out of power, man. He will no more oppress. He will no more oppress, man. No nation. He is through, man. One more time, man. He says, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, and it's like it, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. And see, Esau's finished, man. He is finished. He is on borrowed time, man. And we can see that with the relationship between Babylon and the small hatters, man. Which, you know, that might be political theater, just setting up a narrative for them to, you know what I'm saying, do something on the left-hand side, a false flag. But that's all set up, man. The Lord is making moves on our behalf. This is Psalms 9 and verse 9. It says, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua also will be the refuge for the oppressed and refuge in times of trouble. And that's what's going to happen, man. The Lord is going to be our refuge, man. And the time of trouble is at hand. So Lord willing, was edifying. I'm in it there. Shalom. Shalom.